Welcome to Two Guys in a Movie here, and what I'm going to be doing right now is something a little bit different. I'm basically taking inspiration from Emer Prevost. I'm not sure if I butchered his name, I probably did, but I'm going to leave a link to his channel down below. And what he basically does is that he has a show called Reaction Review. It's where he sits down, watches movies that his fans request, and he basically shows clips of him reacting to it, and afterwards he talks about it. Straight up what's on his mind about the film, what he doesn't like, and what he likes about it. And it's very well entertaining and insightful. I just really think it's a straightforward series, and I just thought they're always so great to watch, and I felt like taking inspiration from his way of making videos, I felt like I should do something similar. Whereas he does something about bad movies, I'm going to do something bad of mine, which would be the ancient mini dubs. These are 13 I don't know how many videos are in this. 8 to 13 videos. I composed this list approximately in 2011. These are a compilation of dubs that are still existing on my channel that I have done, and I've compiled them all together into one video. I think the whole thing's like 15 minutes long, so it's not going to be that bad, but a majority of these are pretty lousy. Some of them are good, but the only way I can figure out which ones are good and which ones are bad is if I take a look myself. So I'm going to check it out right now. I have my charger over there. I signed out so I could actually watch the damn videos. So without further ado, I'm going to check out the ancient mini dubs. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let me just tell you that I just saw the play icon at the beginning of the video. The frick's up with that voice? Oh, that's right. The camera work in this is shit because I use that stupid YouTube pan and scan shit. That's the absolute worst thing you could do for a YouTube video. Let me just say. Newsflash. 13-year-old me putting an annotation over the play icon saying "ignore this" does not put emphasis on you ignoring it. It puts emphasis on you looking at the annotation, which, by the way, you can see where the TV ends and where the reality starts. I think this is me trying to perfect an Australian accent, but my Australian's no good. I have to really take lessons from young Peter Jackson. Note the awkward pauses. I just wanted to point that out because that's always great in a dub. If you want to keep your audience interested, always have awkward pauses. That just makes it flow so naturally, you know? See what up my butthole? What? What the hell is going on? Wait, nobody disliked this either? Can I just stop watching this? This is probably the worst. Actually, wait, the worst is yet to come. I haven't even gotten to Larry's Russian Fantasy yet. That's the saddest part. That's probably the worst of them. I don't know which one's the worst, Larry's Russian Fantasy or this. But so far, this is a close contender. Why do these end so freaking abrupt? Oh yeah, this one. Listen. That's probably the best way to open a dub ever. Ooh. How did I do that? You know, I think it would be important to have some kind of a basis of what you're gonna be talking about instead of just random shit. And can we have us monitor the freaking footage before we go off into the blue, dubbing the shit that we don't know how to dub? And the little clicks you hear after every recording are freaking brilliant too. Those are always important. Oh god, I thought I'd stopped recording. Beelzebub, Enderman, where am I getting these words? Oh, it's over. And that what? Shut up. Shut up. Alright. And that was the ancient mini dubs. Those were 8 videos, and honestly, guys, the only one I thought was remotely funny was the Aristocats mini dub. And let me just tell you guys, a majority of these dubs, whether the Bugs Life dub, the VeggieTales dubs, those are all like suggested. The rest of those dubs were all suggestions back when Mario 36 Bros was still around about what dub I should do next. Back when that was still a hot topic, and I posted it on 2 Guys in the Movie, which was at the time a secondary channel. But ever since then, Mario 36 Bros has been taken down, which can only mean that. Why do I keep hearing that recording noise? It's gonna be becoming demented. Which can only mean that if you're not in it for the one dub that was funny, then honestly, just some of these don't really hold up. Like I said, only 1 out of 8 of these really held up. And what else was I going to say? I was going to mention that, yeah, the pan and scan really was bad on the Bugs Life. Let me just break down the dubs to show why they succeed, why they fail. The Aristocats dub at least had a better understanding of what was happening in the scene. The rest of these dubs didn't really have that. There was just a lot of arbitrary talking and not a lot of focus, which is, at least with the Aristocats dub, that was a bit improvised, but there was still an understanding of what was going to happen, and I was just kind of say that I was going to be extemporaneous about it, but I didn't get really a lot of that from the rest of these. Let me just look over the other dubs to see which ones there were. Mickey gets drunk and Pluto goes on a train. This is the mini dub where it was the weirdest scene you could choose to sample out of all of them. And all I got were kids imitating, I don't know, Ego Raptor, because he's famous for doing those kinds of voices, because he's a voice artist and all that other stuff. But all I got was a lot of weird voices, not really a bunch of jokes, just awkward voices and stale jokes. It's kind of like having some nice bread at the beginning of a dinner, but after a while you come back to it. It's all stale, but it still kind of tastes good. But afterwards, it's just like, it's still stale. Next up was the Bugs Life dub. And that was the one where I kind of used their pan and scan, which of course sucked. Wasn't too funny. It just brought me back to 6th grade, which is not a good thing for me. Jimmy and Jerry channel Rihanna. This is another stupid one. This is probably, after seeing Russian Fantasy again, this has probably got to be the worst mini dub I have done out of all of them. Not to say it's the absolute worst dub I've done, period, because there have been worse ones that don't exist anymore. But I'm just going to say, I have the ones that are trying to promote the use of the mass production of more dubs. This one burned majorly and makes me look bad. And for something that has 2 likes, which I'm completely fine with, if you guys like it, fine. But why? This is not the best I've done. Larry's Russian Fantasy, it's stupid. It's not. It's stupid. Radiac, Radiac, Shady Rack, and the other guy. There's nothing there. There's no meat on the bone. There's nothing really worth talking about. It's just, I really like the beginning, which is kind of funny, but some jokes are fine, but others are just a squandering of what could have been good. And finally, where's God when I'm scared? It's basically just, I don't get it. Like, why? Jake was fine at first, but for the most part, Jake was fine. But, like, why couldn't I just contain my laughter? I guess there was something funny in there, but I missed it. Thanks a lot, Charlie. But, in all fairness, if there's nothing there of substance, I don't see any point watching it again, which is kind of sad to say because I really like doing these dubs, which is easier said than done. Because nowadays I'm kind of losing that spark to do more dubs. Just like the idea, I've tried doing dubs before, but I'm kind of losing that sense of improvisation, do it as you go, of just the way I used to do it isn't coming back to me as much as it used to. Maybe it's just that fact that I need to script it more now, or maybe something like that. But other than that, the improv dubs are not coming along as nice as I thought they'd be. So for those wondering if those are coming back, probably not. I've prolonged it to enough, but maybe I'm out of practice. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I need to get back in the game, but I can only figure that out by seeing if you guys want more. That could be another possibility. Thank you guys for watching. Check out Emer Prevost's videos, and maybe next time we won't have to watch videos. I'd rather play games.